Hello YouTube, Repel here from youtube.com/user/RepelGames, and we are having battle 135. And honestly, I have to thank all of my viewers, all of you, including you, sitting there right now watching this battle, because this channel would not have, well, been this channel without your support, guys. You guys, and your views, and your subscriptions, and your comments keep this channel burning alive, so thank you guys so much. Give yourself a pat on the back. Moving on, we're up against opponent Juicy. He has the Togekiss, Spiritomb, Bisharp, Huntail, Eelektross, and Roserade. On my corner, I have the Ferrothorn, Mega Gyarados, Mienshao, Donphan, Moltres, and Espeon. This is obviously like a mixed OU team versus a mixed OU team, and honestly, I am so excited, guys, to try out this team. Been itching to use, especially my Moltres. Off the bat, my opponent is going to lead off with the Roserade. Now, these things are terrifying. Roserade is terrifying. You can go for Leech Seed, you can go for Sleep Powder, you can go for Spikes, you can go for Toxic Spikes. However, I know for a fact that none of his attacks, including his Sleep Powder, will do anything to Ferrothorn, and I can scare it away with a Gyarados. He does have Protect. We'll keep that in mind. This Roserade does have Protect. And I'm not going to go for a Gyarados this turn, I'm actually going to go for the Stealth Rocks. He does bring out the Spiritomb. Now these Spiritombs can actually just go for like a Will-O-Wisp, a Taunt, just very scary. You know, he can taunt me and I'll just be gone. But you know what, I set up my rocks, and I don't want to get burned, so actually I'm going to go into Moltres. And what's great is that my Moltres has pressure. And he does go for a Will-O-Wisp. It's sweet because it's immune to Moltres. So in return, I'm going to go for my own Will-O-Wisp. Now, yes, Spiritomb can learn Rest, and he can heal. However, it turns out he does have Calm Mind. So this is probably like a Calm Minding set. Usually, Calm Minding sets tend to have Rest. Not always, because they could also run Pain Split. I wasn't sure. I do not want him to start setting up. However, I know I can still stay in, take one Dark Pulse. So I just went ahead, you know, go for that Hurricane. However, he eats this fucking berry. This Moringa berry, and that boosts his special defense. So actually, my Hurricanes aren't gonna do as much. So I'm in a really big pickle here because he can go for a rest any moment now while he just keeps stacking up Calm Minds. However, I still actually have a secret weapon in the back. Yeah, it's my Mega Gyarados. And no, my Mega Gyarados doesn't have Dragon Tail or Roar. It'd be really nice to have Dragon Tail or Roar in this battle. However, it turns out he has Pain Split, so he doesn't rest. So that's actually pretty sweet because we know for a fact he's going to be permanently burned, and he can only go for Pain Split. And I went ahead and just go for the Mega Evolution so that I can be a Dark type, so that I can at least resist his Dark Pulses. It's basically my best bet here against this Spiritomb. This Spiritomb is obviously racking up more Calm Minds and is very terrifying, extremely terrifying. I only have Payback and Scald on my Gyarados. And yes, it's a Payback and Scald set because my Gyarados actually runs as a relaxed nature. That's why I like to run Payback. But even though that I'm a relaxed nature, I have negative speed, I still outspeed the Spiritomb because Spiritomb is so damn slow. But that's okay, because I'm pretty much just forcing him to keep using Dark Pulses. And I still haven't revealed that I have Rest, but I'm sitting at a very dangerous position here now because one more Dark Pulse with Burn can actually kill me. And yes, another Dark Payback might just kill it, but it also might not. So in the safer run, I'm actually just going to go for the Rest and heal up. And here he can actually just start setting up more Pain Splits, that's right. So in the process, I basically healed him too, because that's how Pain Split works. But honestly, I did not want to risk losing my Mega Gyarados. This Mega Gyarados is a huge wall against my opponent's team. So I want to savor my Mega Gyarados for his future Pokemon. I do not want him to die to the Spiritomb just yet. No sir, not yet. He keeps using Calm Mind, but keep in mind guys, his only attack is Dark Pulse, and I am a Dark type, and not to mention, Mega Gyarados is an extreme wall. It's one of the strongest like walls ever. It's also a heavy hitter, but it's a great wall too. Honestly, I think defensive Gyarados is far more superior than regular Gyarados. That's just my opinion. So I do roll Scald, really unimportant because he's already burned and he keeps using Dark Pulses. So it's a very narrow battle here. Again, we're losing around the same HP per turn. Very scary. However, I'm confident that I can still win this little Dark type battle. So he went for a Dark Pulse, and here I went for a Payback. Now, very scary here, okay? Okay, like he's only sitting at very low HP, and thankfully I'm able to finish it off. But at the price, Mega Gyarados is only at 32 HP. So here comes Eelektross. Now I have negative speed. I wasn't sure if I can outspeed him, you know? Turns out, I actually do. And now these things can hit like a truck, you know? These Eelektross, it can go for Thunderbolt, it can go for Wild Charge, very scary. Not sure what he's gonna do, but I'm just so glad I outsped him. Turns out he does go for the Power Up Punch. That's very terrifying. So we know for a fact this Eelektross is a physical attacker, and not to mention he is at +1 attack now. Now I'm confident that he's gonna keep using more Power Up Punches, so I'm gonna bring out my Moltres. And you guys are thinking like, Repel, why the hell would you bring out Moltres? Moltres is a flying type. You know, this Eelektross is gonna go for an electric attack. Yeah, I know that. However, I also know that Moltres, at least mine, will outspeed this Eelektross. And once I do outspeed this Eelektross, I'm actually gonna hit him up with that Will-O-Wisp so that he can't really start setting up anymore. What's great about Burn is that it pretty much helps so much against physical sweepers. Like this Eelektross. He was at +2 attack, and he did go for a Thunder Punch, but luckily I did burn him, so he doesn't even do half, which is fantastic. And next turn, I'm gonna actually go for the Ruse, so that I'll only be a fire type, and so that electric attacks won't hurt me as much. Or so I thought, but he does have Thunder Wave. I'm like, god damn it. But we also know that because he used Thunder Wave, this Eelektross is not carrying the Assault Vest. So, I know that I'm saying a lot of words in this, you know, few short minutes in this battle, but hopefully you guys all understand. This is very important to me that I want to explain everything to you. So again, he keeps using Power Punch. I really thought he's going to keep using Thunder Punch. That's why I brought up my Donphan, so that, you know, he can just waste one turn and get burned. But now, I'm pretty sure he's going to keep using more Power Up Punches. He's going to keep wasting away and use more Power Up Punches to try to be like really high attack, because he is burned after all. So I thought, I know for a fact Ferrothorn will eat it up really darn nicely, and not to mention, my Ferrothorn has Iron Barbs, and he has Rocky Helmet, and fucking burn, man. Like 3 fucking recoil damage. This Eelektross is sitting nowhere good, ladies and gentlemen. Now he can do any attack to me, but I think maybe like a Drain Punch, you know? Sometimes these things run to Drain Punch. So I'm just gonna go back to Moltres and just let Burn kill him. Turns out he does go for a Crunch. So technically, I probably could have stayed in with Ferrothorn. You know, recoil and burn damage would have killed the Eelektross, but actually, the burn damage is just enough to finish off Eelektross as well. So, that was a lot of switching back and forth, but you know what? Sometimes I just have to do that, especially when that Eelektross was what, like at like +4 or 5 attack? Jesus Christ. Huntail's coming out. Now these things can go for Shadow Smash. I have to stay in and go for a burn. I have to. He did go for a Rain Dance, so I'm thinking, damn, he might have Water Veil, which makes him immune to burn. Not that it matters because I get paralyzed. So it's either that he has Water Veil or Swift Swim. I'm not sure. If it is Swift Swim, he can get burned. If he has Water Veil, then he's immune to burn. So I'm actually not going to go for Will-O-Wisp anymore. I actually stayed in and just went for Hurricane. I really did not want to switch out simply because I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified this Huntail might go for a Shell Smash. I thought the Hurricane would not kill, actually. According to Damage Calculator, it would do like 90-something%. And that's fine, honestly. You know, Moltres did a huge role in this battle, and I could not thank Moltres any further. And luckily, I do have Fake Out on my Mienshao. That would take care of Huntail. Even if Huntail is a Swift Swimmer, it cannot outspeed a Fake Out. What's great is also I had Rocks up, so that gave my opponent a very hard time to switch in and out. Togekiss is coming. Now, Air Slash or Dazzling Beam is extremely obvious, but I just felt it. Like, he might just go for a Thunder Wave, you know? He just might. So I went to Espeon, hoping to bounce back to Thunder Wave, but he went for the Air Slash. I'm like, god damn it. Crap. And he does have leftovers, so honestly, I'm not really too sure who to send out anymore, you know? I do have Ferrothorn that can sort of eat up the Air Slash, but Togekiss can obviously learn Flamethrower, so I kind of just have to let my Espeon do as much as I can and just let him die, to be honest. So, Espeon finally does go down. Bummer, you know, I was really expecting a Thunder Wave, but that is okay. Over-prediction is part of the game, guys, and honestly, sometimes predicting really helps in a battle. So I'm gonna go in Donphan. I have that priority Ice Shard. I do have a very low chance to kill, but whatever, let's just do it, right? And turns out I don't quite kill it. And instead of Roost, he has Wish. Wish. Very frightening, so he might actually go for Protect or switch out. But keep in mind, I do have Rocks. It's not wise for him to switch out because that's suicide. Togekiss is pretty much gone. And as a matter of fact, he does switch out. So, what is he bringing out to? Yeah, the Roserade. I'm thinking, still might be a nice 2-hit KO. You know? And it kind of is. But, you know, with the Wish, he's, you know, back at like full. And I'm not at full HP anymore. I don't have Sturdy on my Donphan. So I'm just getting out of here expecting like a Giga Drain or Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm is terrifying on a Roserade. Turns out he went for Toxic. That's really cool. I'm so glad I still have my Ferrothorn. And I still have my Gyarados. So that's okay too. Bisharp is coming out, and you know, I just went for the Gyro Ball on that Roserade, but Bisharp is coming out. He can go for a setup for Swords Dance. So, expecting that he did go for the Swords Dance, but he didn't. He went for a knockoff. That's fine. I actually just threw up a Leech Seed. And, which is sweet, you know? So, if he wants to stay in with his Bisharp and start setting up, you know, this Bisharp is gonna get hurt by a lot. Like, a lot of freaking Leech Seed recall damage. So, he can actually just stay in and just go for another knockoff or whatnot. Or maybe he can start setting up. Regardless, I'm bringing back my Red Lobster. Gyarados. And he does start setting up the Swords Dance. So, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. And I'm just praying, like, please do not have Brick Break on this Bisharp. If he has Brick Break, a +2 Brick Break has a very, very low chance to kill me. But I just hope he doesn't. Turns out I still outspeed him despite I am relaxed nature, so that's fine. One for Sleep Talk, hopefully I can get Scald, right? But I actually get Payback. Unfortunately, Payback is not enough to finish off. A Scald would be, but not Payback. And he actually just goes for the Metal Claw. So again, my opponent really likes these like set up moves, you know? Metal Claw can obviously have a chance to boost Bisharp's attack by 1 stage, so really awesome. He really likes setting up. That's all I can say. He has 2 Pokemon left, the Togekiss and the Roserade. That's it. While I have the Gyarados, Mienshao, Donphan, and Ferrothorn. Okay, but this battle is nowhere near the ending because this Roserade is gonna do a lot. Now I'm pretty sure some of my viewers are thinking like, there's no way this Roserade can do that much because Repel, you still have the Ferrothorn. And that's very true, but as you'll see, this Roserade was extremely clever, or should I say my opponent played very cleverly with this Roserade. So, of course, you know, it's my opponent's last Pokemon, so I'm just gonna let my Gyarados die. That's fine, you know? So, here it comes. I'm thinking, okay, Gyro Ball is a nice 2-hit KO. It's a nice 2-hit KO. It's going to be, even if he is specially defensive, it's going to be a nice 2-hit KO, for sure. But turns out, I'm like, holy fuck. This Roserade is not specially defensive. He is, like, defensively defensive. Physically defensive. So therefore, my Gyro Balls aren't going to 2-hit KO him. It's going to be a 3-hit KO. And I totally forgot he has Protect. I totally forgot about that. And there you go. It's thanks to his Giga Drains and his Protect. He will outlast me because I only have 5 PPs on my Gyro Ball and I just used my last Gyro Ball. So I'm like, shit, I don't have any more Gyro Balls. I only have Power Whip, and for fuck's sakes, you know, Roserade can withstand, resist Power Whip 4 fucking times. So I'm in a huge pickle here. I'm like in a huge ass pickle. Now, yes, I have Donphan that has Ice Shard, but come on. Like, do I really want to bring out my Donphan while he's Giga Draining? Like, there's no way I'm going to bring out my full, like, nearly full HP Donphan. There's just no way. So I thought, like, okay, he's going to go for Protect this turn. It's very obvious. So at least I can go into Mienshao. But no, he didn't go for Protect. I'm like, god damn it. And he just took, like, a huge chunk of Mienshao's attack. This is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Now, he could go for Protect this turn. Because, you know, you just skip turns with Protect. But turns out he didn't go for Protect. So I'm thinking, okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, I don't think from this range I can kill. I have U-turn and Knockoff. But I don't think a Knockoff can kill Roserade from this range. If he is defensive, after all, he ate up my Ferrothorn's Gyro Ball so nicely. And these fucking leftovers is just like, you know, or this left black sludge. This black sludge is healing him way too much. So I actually went for a U-turn, and I just went back because I do have Regenerator on my Mienshao. But from that range, I'm thinking, goddamn, maybe a knockoff could have killed. Maybe, maybe not. You know, like, I really don't know. Back into Ferrothorn, you know, as like a nice pivot, because Giga Drains do nothing to Ferrothorn. But at the same time, my Power Whips aren't doing anything. But the thing about Giga Drain is that it heals my opponent, while Power Whips don't heal Ferrothorn. So I really wish Power Whips can heal, but it doesn't. But we also know that this Roserade does not have Synthesis, and I'm so glad he does not have Synthesis. So, now he does keep using Giga Drain, and it's doing very little attack. So I'm just like thinking like, okay, I only have like maybe 75% HP on my Mienshao, so one Giga Drain from this Roserade might just kill my Mienshao, and I was terrified. Like, I know that he might go for Protect, and that I can safely bring out my Mienshao, but at the same time, I did not want to overpredict, you know, one false move, and he might just one-shot my Mienshao, so terrifying, terrifying, but at the same time, this is going nowhere, and he's actually gaining more HP thanks to Giga Drain and frickin' Black Sludge. So I'm thinking, you know what, like, fuck it. You know, just fuck it. Like, if he just might go for Protect, I'm just praying for the gods. I'm praying to Arceus right now that he does go for the Protect. And thank God he did go for Protect, because I don't think Mienshao could have lived another Giga Drain. And not just that, if he went for the Giga Drain and killed Mienshao, he would have boosted his HP a lot more too, and that would be extremely problematic. Naturally, he went for a Protect, you know, expecting my Fake Out, and that is fine. Fuck it, I'm just like, you know what, fuck it, let's just go for a knockoff, hopefully I can kill, and luckily, luck-fuckingly, I just killed, so I apologize for all that curse words, but goddamn, that was the hardest battle with Roserade. Well done, Juicy. Honestly, that was an amazing team. I love his whole Mix OU team, especially seeing Pokemon like Spiritomb and Eelektross. So, guys, hope you guys enjoy this tough battle, but nonetheless, very exciting match. Please make sure to also comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have an awesome day.